Yep, absolutely. No, I completely agree with you. So, um, listen, I'm not going to say that I'm this guy that has, every single thing figured out. I'm just going to give you some really quick advice that just, if it makes sense to you, great, you roll with it. If it doesn't make any sense, yeah, absolutely, absolutely, right. So that's the goal. Just sometimes you just come up with an idea or concept that you think works, and there's various different ways. I remember hearing an interview one time with Jamie Foxx after he won the Oscar, and the question was with Jamie, it was hey, you got this Oscar, congratulations. Hey man, what was up with this movie? It was some movie that he did, and Jamie just simply said, I was just trying to stay in the game. And I think a lot of artists today and a lot of entertainers today, and I'm not talking about the professional ones, I'm talking about the amateur ones, the ones that are trying to get a deal. They are stuck on, I'm going to record a song, I'm going to take some pictures, I'm going to post to YouTube, and somebody's going to discover me. Meanwhile, they're not even looking there as much as they're looking at American Idol, and they're looking at The Voice, and they're looking at duets and all these other shows that have recently come out in America's Got Talent and this next big thing or whatever. They're looking there for talent, right? Because it takes millions and millions of dollars to get. And even artists, think about this. Like some of them you that have been on American Idol, if you go back and look over the seasons, some of them you never even hear from again. It's that competitive. So here you are as an individual on the outside thinking, I'm going to simply record a song, I'm going to put some pictures together, I'm going to put something up on YouTube, and bingo, I'm going to be discovered. And it doesn't work that way. So what you have to do, taking a page out of the playbook of right, exactly. Plus, yeah, exactly. That's right. There were like 30, 40,000 people at each and every stadium that for American Idol and people waiting to get in there, so it's packed with people trying to get in the door. So what you have to do is sort of steal a page out of Jamie Foxx's book, right? Out of his playbook. And that is, I'm just trying to stay in the game. So what do you have to do to stay in the game? There are actors who are really great and they've done major movies, but then they move from making major movies to all of a sudden they're on Broadway. I mean, they could go make another major movie, maybe, but they're on Broadway. They're staying in the game. They're staying relevant. How do you stay relevant as an artist that's up and coming in the game if you don't have a deal? Well, number one, if you have a voice, particularly if it's similar to other artists, find a way to record songs for those artists who already have deals. People will pay you. Like we even pay people to go in the studio and record songs for us, so we can take these originals and pitch those originals to the A&R directors of major label. Right. That's exactly why we said that. Yeah, that's absolutely right. That's exactly why we said that. So what we do is we take the original and we take the voice and you get paid to be in the studio to record your voice. I mean, that's one way to stay relevant in the game. But here's the other side of it, right? And this is what I'm going to say this, right? So everybody's going to be mad at me. But I think the reason why most people don't make it is simply they don't have the business side of their business taken care of. What do I mean by that? They don't have things in place. Like they don't have you get an email from someone, you don't respond. You get someone says, hey, go in the studio and record these songs for me. People record mp3s all day long and cover tunes for absolutely free, but someone says to you, I'll pay you $100 to go in the studio and record this original. But here it's more than that. Let's say that you're also a writer. Let's say you go in the studio, you're meeting A&R people, executive people, marketing people, you're meeting the artists themselves. Go ahead and write a hit song for Britney Spears, or write a hit song for an up and coming artist, or someone who explodes on the scene because of that song, or that's part of the song. So here's what happens. Here's what happens at the end of the day, you're now connected with all these people. You become, this is what Jesse J did, this is what Neo did, this is what Lady Gaga did. They wrote songs for some of the, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Like you think they just popped on the scene. Right, right, absolutely. Yeah, and so you think they just kind of popped on the scene, but they didn't. They were writing hit songs for people. Now the favor bank is wide open. I know this person. They're bankable. They get things done. I really like them, and they've written hit songs. They also now you know this person, this person, this person, this person. When you're ready now to launch your product, you at least have someone who will listen to you. And that's the best advice I can give you to help get your career off the ground. There's so much more we could share, but those are my thoughts. That's what I think.